Good Monday morning, everybody. Hi, I'm First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad. I just got the day off from the TV side, but we're going to talk about what's going to happen this week because we're in store for a very wintry week. If you thought last week was cold and snowy, wait to see what's going to happen this week. We got to start with the snow that fell on Sunday night. It was just perfect, just enough that we talked about a few flurries at the tail end, but not causing a major issue unless you live in the North Carolina mountains. There's blizzard conditions up there today through tonight. Winter storm warnings will be up through Tuesday. And we could be talking at least a foot of snow in some locations by the time we go into Tuesday. But that's not the only event we got to talk about. But yesterday, boy, beautiful snow. Thanks for the pictures. Remember, you can go to our website, go to wcnc.com, go to the U News section, and you can upload pictures directly to us. You can post them on our Facebook page or go to my Twitter feed and post them there as well. But don't forget also, if you have a smartphone, BlackBerry, Android, or iPhone device, you can go to our app, WCNC app, and upload them directly there, even video. It's a pretty cool feature. But we need to talk about what's going to happen later this week because we've got two more winter storms, and I think both of them will actually have a bigger impact on the Charlotte area and the rest of the Piedmont, not just the mountains, more than the last two events, which would just been flurries. Let's take a look at what we're expecting this week. All right, here's what's going on right now. You can see the setup. Our storm system has just moved off the coast, and we've got snow reports all over the place. I mean, look at these snow bands coming off of Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. You see these streaks of clouds. There's moisture being picked up by Lake Superior, then it's going down the entire length of Lake Michigan, and you're getting bands coming down, and that moisture source is actually making it all the way down into the North Carolina mountains. Now, these aren't clouds. This is actually snowpack over most of the Midwest, northern Missouri, and even most of Nashville. So this gives you an idea just how cold it's going to be here the next couple of days because this Arctic air is coming over snowpack over the Ohio Valley all the way down to the North Carolina mountains. So there's nothing to moderate this air mass. It's going to stay cold. It's been refrigerated on the way down. You can see some of the snow reports still going on right now up in the Boone area and up in Jefferson and Ashe County. These are some of the snow reports coming in. This looks like, this is Mount LeConte, 16 inches of snow at the top of Mount LeConte, Newfound Gap. That's in the Smokies, about 12 inches. And again, expect that northwest flow snow to continue. Look at the snow reports even coming in from northern parts of Alabama and Georgia. We're still getting reports all the way down to Atlanta. It kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. So let's take a look at the models, what we're talking about. First of all, let's start with what's going to happen on Thursday. Here's the setup for Thursday. Notice this blue line. These are thicknesses, we call them. Really cold air is wedged up against the mountains. Moisture rides up and over it. This is clearly an icing event for Thursday. It's not going to be really heavy, but the timing could be horrible because if it ends up being right around the morning commute, and as cold as it's going to be today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, the ground will be ice cold. The air is very cold, so even as warm air tries to come in, it's going to encounter a cold air mass and a cold ground. So we're likely to see some heavy icing or sleet possible with that setup. Then this weekend, we've got an interesting setup. Big trough over the eastern half of the country, and you can see the mess. A low tries to form in the Gulf of Mexico down here, and this is typically when we get big snows in the Carolinas, this is the setup. The low tracks up over northern Florida, then up the east coast on that northwest side, that deformation zone. That's where the 700 millibar low tracks. That's where you get that heavy band of snow. This is why it's hard to forecast snow around here. You need this track, first of all. You need the trough of cold air set up over the eastern half, and then where that band may only be 50 or 60 miles wide, if that. Where that sets up, you get dumped on, and if you're just outside of that, you see barely anything. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at as far as the possibility of snow on Sunday. A lot of folks ask me about White Christmas. Here's a quick history of a White Christmas in Charlotte. It's only happened technically 3 times in 132 years. That means climatologically or historically, there's a 2% chance of a White Christmas here in the Carolinas. And you can see we've had a trace as recently as 1998, but only 3 times have we had accumulating snow on Christmas. And the last time we had an accumulation on Christmas, 0.2 of an inch in 1909, 101 years ago. So the chances of a White Christmas are pretty low. So even if we have a 5 or 7% chance, which I think we do this year, that's a huge improvement over the 2% chance, but still, that means there's a 90+% chance of not a White Christmas. But with the pattern this year, you've seen this pattern's locked in through Christmas. There's a chance next week we could have another storm. There's a small chance. I would say the chances are closer to 10% this year than they've been in the past, especially when you look at this map and see all the snow cover on the ground, and we're 2 weeks away from Christmas, and this snowpack is not going to melt overnight, and I don't see any major warm-up. So there's a chance the setup's there, but again, it's hard to get a white Christmas here in the Carolinas. 2% of the time it happened in 132 years. That's a quick update on what's going on with the weather. Hope you're having a great Monday, and stay warm out there, folks. It is going to be frigid. Protect the plants, the pets, and the people if you can. This is brutally cold, even for the Carolinas this time of the year.